Hello and welcome back to another Pricey HD video, and today we have another career mode episode. And you might have been expecting this a bit earlier, but to be honest, I would have liked to have got this out to you earlier. But one of the hardest things about YouTube after a break is, after a holiday rather, not really a break, but a holiday, is getting back to speed with everything. So coming back and managing to bring yourself back to speed with all the editing process, etc., etc., and that is exactly what I've done here. So we are a bit later than we expected. This Everton season has gone on way too long now, understandably to some respects, but shouldn't have lasted this long. But we do open this episode with a game against Manchester United. Now, Everton will be wrapped up very, very shortly for this season anyway. Then I'm going to start a new career mode altogether, go back to Everton for a fourth season towards the end of FIFA, because that is what is demanded. Everton seems to be the real core of my channel this year, and it's been really popular. I've really enjoyed making this series, and although this season's dragged massively, it's almost been 3 months now this season, which is just disgraceful and ridiculous. I aim for 1 month per season. It's still been a good season nonetheless. I think once you've took a little bit too much time doing a season, you end up waiting for way too long during the season, and it ends up being dragged out so much, and you don't really find yourself in the mood to finish it. But of course I've got to finish it. That is what I'm going to do. And at the end of this season we have a Confederations Cup campaign, but I won't be showing that. I will be showing that at the beginning of Season 4 and count it as the new season, beginning with Brazil, of course. But, 1-0 up here against Manchester United. It's been a good game so far. We've managed to establish ourselves quite well into this game. But here at Old Trafford, you never know. The last few minutes can be dangerous. So we really needed a second away goal. Not only to certify a victory in this game, but almost as well to take it to the next game and have a little bit more leeway, have a little bit more of a deficit there. And that is exactly what we almost got here, until Atsu was found offside on the following attempt. But Delafeu, who winning the header, bursts down the right hand side, cuts inside, plunges himself into the area, and wow, that's great work from the returnee from injury, Delafeu. So Gerard Delafeu gets the second goal, which was also much important in this game, and it certifies our victory, not only in this game, but possibly in the tie as well. But we do go back to Premier League action now. The Premier League is pretty much wrapped up in almost due respects. It's been a good season in the Premier League, and I'm really hoping to see us continue on to do further and better things. I mean, we've played 33, got 88 points. There is a possibility that we could finish on 100 points this year. It's still open to us. It's still possible. And that is exactly what I want to do. I want to break the record. That's what we're still working for here. We've won the league title, but I want to break the record. I want to be that team to beat Chelsea and to get more than 95 points in one Premier League campaign. Or was it 93, 95? 95, I'm thinking it's 95. It's one or the other. But yeah, that is what my objectives are now. It's a pretty ambitious objective, but with 5 games left, and we're already on 88, with a lead here against Crystal Palace, which could take us to 91 with 4 games left, well, it's not that much of an ask. All we need to do is keep our form up, keep our run going, and not pop under the pressure. But Desquiglio picks it up here on the edge of the area. He decides to let fly. The Crystal Palace defender picks it up quite well, though, and eventually clears. But what's happening here? Well, a yellow card, of course. Half-time, 1-0 our way still. A bit of a shaky half. It's a bit of a it's thin ice. We are training on thin ice. We could end up throwing away the game if we're not careful. But hitting the post there, Samuel says, almost got the 2-0 lead. But unfortunately for him, he couldn't improve the lead and improve his goal-scoring tally. Gilberto, though, picks it up. He races past the halfway line into the final third. MacArthur's now got it, plays it into Puncheon, but his attempt is intercepted. Martinez into the central attacking midfielder Barkley, I believe. He plays it through to Says, and Says through the middle into the corner of the net, dispatches it very well, and gives us the 2-0 lead with little time left for Palace to really restore it. There is time, but once you've got your third, you've pretty much completed the game and rounded it off with a beautiful head there and a good bit of build-up with the cross in from Poloschi, I believe, there. But Samuel Shades gets another goal and his name on the score sheet yet again. And he is running riot this game, racing past the Crystal Palace defence, past Brad Hangeland, past everybody in their defence. And, well, it is eventually his hat-trick. So he comes to his hat-trick after a fabulous finish, really. That's a more difficult finish than you can think there. On the edge of the area, pretty much, or around 14 yards out, and slots it into the corner of the net. But there is a corner for Palace where, well, they really work that well, don't they? Maybe a matter of too little too late for Alan Pardew's side. But to be honest, it's a great, great bit of play. Beating my defensive line as well, because the header was probably a shot, an attempted shot, but unfortunately for them it didn't pay off. But then suddenly they shocked us again. Not only have we threw away our clean sheet, we've conceded 2 goals here against Palace, which surprisingly is actually one of the most we've conceded in one game all year. So they've done pretty well to really spur us to life in these last few moments. But why they didn't do it earlier, I don't really know, because if they would have committed to the ball like they had done then, put the high pressure on like they were in these last 5 minutes, then they could have actually got something from this game, which of course they can't now. But as the ball's played back out to Campbell, well, just applaud that for a moment, for an instant. What a fabulous goal from Joel Campbell. That is the stuff of nightmares for Crystal Palace's defence. When someone whips out an absolutely glory strike like that, an absolute pelter from the edge of the area, a bit further out in fact, the finesse into the top of the corner, the dip, the curve, the everything on that shot completes the game with a 5-2 result. Yes, we conceded 2, but I tell you what, the Says hat-trick, Campbell's goal, I see that as a pretty good game overall. But we do go back into the Champions League again now, so only a 1-game break from our European fixtures. Manchester United again looking to amend what went wrong last game. Bayern Munich elsewhere beat Wolfsburg 6-1. I think that is the aggregate scoreline, by the way, as well. So, well, look at that from Says. Mixing Chris Smalling, I believe, there, and going through and scoring a goal very early on. So, I mean, this game, again, we should have sat back a bit, waited for United to pull the pressure onto us, and then leaped onto them. And that is exactly a perfect example of that. Is Raphael now, though. Raphael down the right, trying to hustle something from this chance. Van Persie picks up the free kick and he's going to take it. He's going to look to whip it in, and it is McCartney on the header, the former Everton central midfielder who we did sell to Manchester United for a good sum of money. Does not convert there and can't score against his former club on a day of the battle within the war. But as the ball is picked up by Barkley in central midfield, he plays it into Struman. Struman muscles off the United defender, taps it through to Says. Says, he unleashes a shot, of course, but it falls back to Atsu, where no United defenders scrambled it off the line, and they couldn't reach it in time. It is Christian Atsu who pretty much confirms the game now. The tie 4-0. The game 2-0. It's another 2-0 result by the looks of it, and well, it has been a fabulous one at that. And Passie's got a chance now. He cuts back just before the ball rolls out of play, beating all the defenders. Wow, he is so slick. He is so skillful. Into the area. The shot goes out for a corner kick, and it seems to be, like it will be, a corner kick. What can we create from this chance? Struman has the shot. It's another corner by the looks of it. United defence trying to set up, ready for the opportunity. And well, Mpassi's got it. He was tripped just outside the penalty area. For a moment, I paused. For a moment, I thought it would be the penalty kick that we've been looking for. But no, it was a free kick. And it was Struman who was lining up to take it. Mpassi just tripped there, didn't go down, but Smalling impeded his line. And it is Struman. He'll have to do well here. You can see he's angling it up. He'll have to really do well here to loop it over the wall and get it under the bar just in time. But he does! Perfectly! Struman, the fabulous Dutch central midfielder, has just whipped out an excellent free kick. That is what he is capable of. The 87 rated midfielder, still room to grow, possibly to 88. And sorry about my pause in the commentary there, but look at that. The loop, the curve, the dip just in time before it hit the bar completely killed United off out of the game. And well, that completely deciphers the result here. We continue through the Champions League, a 5-0 aggregate result, which is, well, just beautiful. A clean sheet, 5 goals, perfect. Anyway, I did thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure you smash that like button. Everton career mode will be wrapping up very, very soon, and I can't wait to tell you my next team. And I will see you next time.